This is one of the most elusive and endangered big cats in the world. And it is a top predator lording over the Hemis National Park.
To us, this is a stunning landscape, surrounded by the tallest and youngest mountains in the world. Life here is steeped in a peaceful Buddhist culture. This is also where you can spot the ghostly figure of a snow leopard navigating its rocky habitat. I'm here to see for myself how the wildlife guards of Hemis National Park protect this rare and elusive animal in this extreme terrain. Wow.
I have traveled through forests all my life, making wildlife films. I have seen for myself the incredible role the frontline staff plays in protecting our forests and wildlife. On my journey this time, I am joined by a young nature filmmaker who's filmed in different parts of the world and is now following her quest to find out just who defends the Indian forests. In our adventures, from the deep oceans to the forests in the sky, we will take you through stunning landscapes, observe rare animal behavior, and celebrate the way our frontline heroes safeguard India's wild frontiers. Come join me, Krishnendu and Ashvika, as we go visit the Hemis National Park in Ladakh to take a closer look at snow leopard conservation. Another snow leopard has been brought in to the rescue center in Leh. This one was found in a sheep pen in a remote village and later rescued, tranquilized and transported by the wildlife guards and rangers. This is the story of how guards like Khenrab Funsok, who has worked here for 20 years, protect this ghostly predator. In the process, they reduce the conflict between snow leopards and humans. Being in the rain shadow of the Himalayas, Hemis gets negligible rainfall. The moisture in the soil is almost absent, making the region a cold desert. The first question anyone may ask is, where is the forest? But even in these harsh conditions, there are signs of life and vegetation up close.
So Yashika, look here. So these are the plants that's eaten by these animals. Yes. You can smell it. It smells very aromatic, is it?
What is this?
This is called Artemisia. So these are the plants that all the animals eat in these mountains. These are the forests of our high altitude ecosystem. So some grass grown here, but it's leveled by the blue sheep. It's eaten, all of them.
Oh yeah, they're droppings also.
Yeah, that's the dropping, yes. Yeah. So the blue sheeps,
Yeah,
some blue sheeps on there. Can you see it?
Yeah. Do historically have people ever hunted them?
Yes, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, the people hunt them, maybe just for eat, But now nobody kills them because of awareness. They now come very close to humans, so they don't get scared because nobody hunts them now.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's entirely because of awareness, is it?
Yeah.
Getting closer to the sheep, we watch them hunt for food. The landscape may look sparse and barren, but the plants are actually quite nutritious. This extreme habitat supports an amazing array of species, 37 mammals and 350 birds. From the rare lynx to the small pika. And if you are lucky, you might even spot the rare Tibetan wolf.
Yeah, they're walking in the snow now. Going towards the skyline now, ridge line. Yeah. One of them is on the skyline now.
It's a lot clearer here.
Yeah.
Both animals and humans live here on scarce resources, making the culture of sustainable living unique to Ladakh. After the freezing winter, the onset of spring opens up a 4-month window when the snow melts, and it is a new lease of life. Khenrab took us to his village to show us how it transforms as the season changes. People from the entire village get together, helping each other get the most from the ample meltwater. Somewhere in these mountains, at the age of 14, Khenrab saw his first snow leopard attacking and killing a blue sheep. It was an incident that would change his life forever.
It was quite close, I think. That's fascinating me, how beautiful that snow leopard is. Luckily, when I was studying in high school, I got the opportunities for wildlife protection department.
Khenrab was drafted into a wildlife department that was woefully short of staff. Hemis National Park, covering an area of 4,000 square kilometers, has just 3 wildlife guards who make up its entire protection force. It became a Herculean task, and the only option for the wildlife department was to turn the people living in the reserve into de facto protectors. The question was, how?
That's why you have to think about them, what the problem they're facing and what can be the solution, so that you can convert them towards the conservation.
The main problem the villagers faced was a conflict with the snow leopard. It's not unusual for sheep farmers here to have a couple of hundred sheep in their pens. As for the snow leopard, in a forest scarce on resources, that's a juicy treat. By habit, it sets its sight on a sheep pen over some time. And then, one night, it descends. In a frugal environment, the sight of so many sheep drives the snow leopard crazy. And it can kill 50-60 sheep to eat just one in a single night. Guards like Khenrab have a tough ask to keep the peace among the people while rescuing snow leopards from danger. The anger of sheep farmers has often turned on the big cat itself, with many leopards having been killed by them. The leopards also have to be released in the wild. Another factor that has reduced the conflict is the rebuilding of the sheep pens by the Wildlife Department, making them snow leopard proof. The forest officials encouraged something else too, that integrated communities into snow leopard conservation. A first of its kind, perhaps anywhere in the world. Snow leopard tourism. These lone animals who live on the higher ridges of Hemis slowly come down during the extreme winter months. They can survive the cold, but their prey descends to lower altitudes. Passionate snow leopard watchers thus gather here from all across the world to try and catch a glimpse of the elusive cat. The Wildlife Department's innovative plan of training the local youth to help tourists spot snow leopards is now paying dividends. Khenrab and Smalla, the other wildlife guard in Hemis, handhold the novices. As the tourists put up at the village homestays, locals enjoy the benefits of double employment, all centered around the shadowy Shan. We made a trip to the Rumbak village, one of the hubs for snow leopard tourism. Khenrab explained the thinking behind their conservation plan.
The biggest things to worry me is how to sustain the village life around, because the urbanization was happening. There was no other opportunities which can attract this younger generation back to the village. People and animals in these mountains has lived for the centuries together. If these villages will get empty, what will be the impact on these animals? You can use these animals as a tool to bring some cash income to these remote areas. And we did something like encouraging wildlife tourism so that the people in the village directly benefited and they can realize that importance of this snow leopard. And that's win-win for the both.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to Rumbak.
Oh, thank you.
In the 4 winter months, people can earn enough to sustain themselves for the whole year. The money from the tourism has also helped fund this 1 kilometer-long fencing to keep the blue sheep away from their summer crops. Sheep rearing has come to an end at Rumbak village. The conflict has been eliminated. The snow leopard is protected it doesn't get any better. With Rumbak having a large population of snow leopards, the next level was to collar a few. This had never been successfully done before. From Rumbak to Ladakh and elsewhere, Khenrab trains PhD students in tracking the snow leopard and studying its behavior, habitat and numbers. Collaring snow leopards in Hemis is an ambitious project that the Wildlife Department has begun. Unlike tigers or lions, snow leopards have rarely been studied in detail. We join the team as it goes out to identify the presence of snow leopards through telltale pug marks or scraping marks.
Yeah, you can see the pug marks here. 1, 2, and
It's called a scrape mark.
Snares for the leopard are laid where signs of scraping marks are found.
We have collared 4 animals, and these are very effective. A little local improvisations are always there. So what works for mainland may not work here because temperatures are very cold and sometimes the snares don't deploy. Cut tubes and all. These are improvisation which is for this landscape.
The trail of the snow leopard is funneled such that it would have to step on the snare and get caught. The snares are custom made, so the leopards don't get hurt. They are then radio collared and released. We got a rare glimpse of the darting and collaring operations. It's an extremely proud moment for guards like Khenrab and Smalla. They use their limited training to confidently carry out these sensitive operations. In these remote habitats, there is no other option. These are never before seen images of the very rare lynx being collared.
To conserve a species, the most important aspect is to understand its ecology, behavior, its activity. For example, this data can be used to mitigate conflict, to know the habitat characteristics, to know about their ecology, movement, activity. So we'll get a lot of insight about this.
And there was something else that we got to witness that day. The secret world of interpersonal hierarchies. A snow leopard marks its territory at night. A few hours later, smelling its scent, a wolf shies away from the top predator. I'd never seen such a thing in all my life in the field.
Okay, since we are here,
Pankaj showed us the real-time movements of the 4 collared leopards across Hemis.
there is movement of one of our collared snow leopard nearby, so we can actually go and try to track this animal. If you are fortunate enough, you can see this animal also.
That's probably the world's most elusive big cat. God.
Tracking the snow leopards in inhospitable altitudes and climates is a challenge in itself. High up on the ridge where the leopards usually wander, fixing and monitoring camera traps as well is an act fraught with danger. Yet, deep within these beautiful mountains is just another day at work for them.
We are on survey of the Tibetan antelope in the wild here.
He got a cardiac problem due to high
Because of
altitude.
the high altitude.
Yeah. Then after he had to go to Delhi.
All India Institute of Medical Science for treatment.
So suddenly?
Here you see the beautiful mountains, but there is a silent killer. So, you know, sometimes when you are enjoying the moments and you cannot feel and you keep climbing, and then suddenly altitude effect. And that's why my pulmonary wall in the heart blocked. We always enjoy walking together because if you are alone there, if something happens, nobody is going to know where you fall down or died.
In these fragile worlds, Buddhism plays a critical role in conservation, teaching compassion towards humans and animals alike.
I learned enough for myself, to be a good, not for yourself, to all living beings. Because sustaining your life is easy, but if you able to contribute something which is good not only for human, but something for these animals which have no representatives.
The job is not yet done. The specter of climate change is looming large over Himalayan ecosystems like Ladakh. Most significantly, the spiral of urbanization can prove to be an even greater threat. The sustainable lifestyles could break up very fast, and the impact on Hemis and snow leopard can be potentially life-threatening.
With Khenrab and his colleagues on guard, so far the snow leopard and its fragile habitat have been in safe hands. But in order to maintain this ecological balance, this ancient and pristine world needs to constantly fight against the growing intrusions of development and urbanization. To protect the future of the snow leopard, it is our responsibility to ensure Ladakh remains just the way it is.